Don't want to fix it alone? Call RVFix to get virtual assistance from a certified technician today.
Well, today we got another little tech talk, as our camera lady has decided to call it. I'm Jeremiah. This is Kevin, Tony.
How you doing?
Probably very familiar with all of us so far. We wanted to kind of just go over the different types of winterizes because we get asked that a lot in our calls. Blowouts versus antifreeze. You guys have preference on what you decide or what you choose?
I usually just recommend the antifreeze all around, just for the fact of it's the most protected. I mean, I do know there's situations that a blowout's suitable, but like I said, just me personally, I always recommend the antifreeze through, unless they have a specific heater that calls, or water heater that calls for no antifreeze, then obviously bypass it, but,
Yeah. I certainly prefer the antifreeze method. Of course, where we live, it gets cold, and I mean, you could probably do all right in this valley here, but you go 30 miles from us and you are in the mountains and it is just winter. And if you don't have antifreeze to get in there and displace that water, you're in trouble. I do though. There are a lot of times where guys are just wanting to use their camper in hunting season, and we get cold snaps like here and there, and they come and go. And probably at that time, it'd be great to just go ahead and blow it out and just, so it's just ready for next weekend. You don't have to keep buying gallons of antifreeze and flushing it out and doing all that kind of thing. So I think that, to me, that like a blowout would be more like a temporary, short-term, kind of get you by for a couple of weeks or whatever.
yeah.
Kind of a method of doing a winterize. At least you're doing something and not just letting it sit there and freeze up.
Preventative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely agree. Antifreeze is definitely the top tier, right? If we're doing a comparison, antifreeze is going to be the best.
Mm-hmm.
Blowout is going to be adequate,
Mm-hmm.
especially short term, or if you have a tanked water heater,
Yeah.
right? Because antifreeze, if you have a tankless, you better be putting antifreeze, even if it's a temporary, because those small copper pipes just take that little bit of water freezing, and now you're out of $1,000
Yeah.
of labor and parts to replace that.
Yeah.
But I mean, we used to do blowouts all the time. We never really did antifreeze until a couple of years ago, and we were just like, this is just better. Let's take care of the customer, take care of the unit.
I've seen over the years with blowouts where it pushes the water, but the water will kind of just kind of get blown out into the sides of the water pipe, and then it'll collect in those low spots. So if you have like elbow fittings, or sometimes even in the faucets, water will get trapped in there. And the biggest one that people don't even think about is the pump.
Yeah.
Because if you're pumping the antifreeze through the pump, clearly you're protecting the pump. But if you're blowing it out, you're not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, and a lot of people say, well, I turn the pump on and run it for a few seconds. Well, first of all, you're not supposed to do that. And secondly, there's no guarantee that you're getting all the water out of the pump.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you're forgetting the strainer, well, now you got to get a new strainer.
Sure.
And you don't really know that that's broken
Yeah.
until you think your pump's bad, because it's sucking air instead of water from the fresh tank. And
Yeah.
just...
Another thing I would say with blowing them out, you can see this one does have a regulator on there for the air pressure. Not only just the RV is only rated to so much pressure, but if you're just putting really high air pressure, like Tony was saying, you can actually just kind of spread that water, and it's not actually all getting pushed out of there. So high pressure can screw you over that way as well.
So you can even break your lines or your fittings and stuff if you get too
Yeah.
high. So, I mean, you definitely don't want to be over 60
Yeah.
PSI for sure.
So this is actually a really neat blowout tool. I know you can get some like in the parts stores where it's just like a Schrader valve, and then you either have to have a locking, tire chuck, or have someone stand there and hold it, which is probably not the best thing. But to make something like this, get yourself a little pressure regulator like this, or you could even use just a chunk of a garden hose and then just use your water pressure regulator. That'll actually regulate that air pressure down too.
Yeah.
So I would say blowing it out is not completely out of the picture, but I would say that there's specific reasons when it's okay, but I wouldn't myself rely on that on my camper to protect it all winter long, especially where we live. It just gets so cold, and there's parts of the country that get way colder than we do. So
Yeah.
Well, and it's really the same amount of work.
Yeah.
You're not really doing less work by blowing it out
Yeah.
versus pumping antifreeze, and the gallons of antifreeze aren't really that much.
Yeah.
to have that sense of security in your unit.
You can probably get 2 gallons for $10, and $10 is a lot better than 1,000 when you break your water heater.
And it is non-toxic. I have had customers say, I don't want antifreeze in my lines. It's an alcohol-based, non-toxic antifreeze. I mean, not that you want to sit there and drink it. It ain't going to taste good, but it's also not going to hurt you when you flush it all out. It's not leaving anything that's going to hurt you behind, chemicals, stuff like that.
I've actually had people that don't want to leave the antifreeze in their lines, and I get that.
Yeah.
But I've had them pump the antifreeze through their lines
and then blow it out.
and then do a blowout.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably top tier extreme.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't say there's anything wrong with that, just as long as you're, of course, the air pressure thing, which we already discussed. But
yeah.
And what we'll actually do is I bought my whole rig setup off of Amazon, the regulator and the hose. It comes with the valve and everything, and so we'll go ahead and link that down in the description, those two pieces, and then it'll make it real easy if you want to build your own blowout setup. You'll just have to get whatever fittings you have for your compressors, just because there's so many out there. We won't link that. Yeah. Depending on what you got.
It's also important to note that sometimes those freezes will sneak up on us, and if you can't get into the dealership or make an appointment, you can go ahead and go down to your local RV repair shop or even their local hardware store, buy a couple of gallons, give us a call at RVFix. We're more than happy to walk you through how to do a winterize on your camper. That's what we do.
Not too many units we haven't seen, so it should be pretty quick, get you taken care of, and keep that unit protected for next year.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we haven't done a blowout video yet. We've done, because we do this primarily through Bish's RV, that's how they do it, and that's who we're affiliated with. That's all our videos. So if you want to see us do a blowout video on how to blow out and do a winterize video, just drop it down in the comments that you want to see that, and we're more than willing to make that video if someone wants to see that.
If you're blowing it out, that's not always going to work. If you have ice maker or washing machine, specialty items like that, dishwashers. So when it comes to stuff like that, you definitely are going to need to go with a antifreeze winterize to be able to protect those appliances.
Anything else? No? All right. Well, if you like this video, like and subscribe.
Thanks for watching. If this video didn't solve your problem, don't worry. We're here to help. Give us a call at 1-844-66-RVFix. We'll diagnose your issue quickly with a certified technician on a video call, get any parts and warranty processed, and if needed, we'll coordinate a service center or mobile technician to get you fixed. We'll handle it all so you can get back to camping.